The only place more dangerous to live than prison is the world outside of it. A quick look at the evening news will convince any viewer that the world is a dangerous place to live. One violent crime is followed by another, and it becomes apparent that human nature has some serious flaws in it. Prisons are designed to house criminals, and some prisons are designed specifically for the world's most dangerous criminals. These are the criminals who pose the greatest threat to society. While the hope of any criminal justice system is the reformation of a criminal's character, housing the world's most dangerous criminals together in a prison seems to make a prison's violent atmosphere an inevitability. Added to that are the cruel conditions often created by some of the prison's staffs. The world's most violent prisons are places where criminals fight daily either for their sanity or for their very survival. Following is a list of the top 5 most violent prisons in the world. Before watching the video, make sure you like the video, spread the knowledge by sharing it to your friends and families, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do it right away. Number 5. La Santé Prison. Paris, France is the home of La Santé Prison. The prison is known as such a brutal place that many prisoners have taken their own lives over serving their sentence there. 1999 saw the suicides of 124 prisoners. The violence in the prison is so pervasive that the prisoners are only out of their cells 4 hours out of the day. The prison system also creates a hierarchical structure that makes some prisoners more powerful than others, and the conditions worse for the weaker prisoners. It is one of the most infamous prisons in France, with both VIP and high-security wings. In front of the exit of the prison there was a cafe called La Bonne Santé, in good health. Relatives of the prisoners would meet there with released prisoners. Scenes from several films took place and were filmed there. The cafe closed in 1980. Currently the premises are used by the prison administration. Number 4. Diyarbakir Prison. The conditions at Diyarbakir Prison in Turkey have been notoriously inhumane. One of the dark spots of the prison's past for which it has been known is incarcerating children for lifelong sentences. The violent nature of the prison seems to be more from the side of the prison guards than the prisoners themselves. In 1996, an incident occurred where guards and police beat prisoners severely. This incident resulted in the death of 10 prisoners and the injuries of 23. In August 2009, plans were announced to convert the facility into a school. The idea was criticized by Kurdish activists who wanted the prison to become a museum of human rights abuses. Although construction on a larger prison outside of the city had already begun, no decision over what to do with the existing Diyarbakir prison has been made. Kurdish activists and politicians find their plans for a human rights museum, known as the Museum of Shame, largely ignored by the state government. As of now, Diyarbakir is still a functioning prison. Number 3. La Sabaneta Prison. La Sabaneta Prison is located in Venezuela, South America. The facilities of the prison are designed to house 15,000 prisoners, but actually houses 25,000. The prison is greatly understaffed, with approximately 1 guard for every 150 inmates. The prison is known for its violent incidents. A violent gun battle in 1994 resulted in the death of 108 prisoners. Additionally, 196 prisoners were killed and 624 wounded because of jail violence in 1995. Typical of a Venezuelan prison, it was severely overcrowded, with inadequate access to medical care, food, and clean water, and violence among prisoners was common. Gangs of inmates had control over the prison and were led by a PRAN, inmate leader. The prison was closed after 55 years of operation due to government intervention and is now being converted into a museum. Number 2. Tadmor Prison. Tadmor Military Prison in Palmyra, Syria, is known as one of the most oppressive prisons for a prisoner to serve time in the world. Amnesty International has stated that every aspect of it was designed to dehumanize its inhabitants. The most notorious event in the prison's history was in June 1980. President Hafiz al-Assad survived an attack on his life by the Muslim Brotherhood. It was reported that he ordered soldiers to execute every prisoner in sight in retaliation for the attack. Tadmor Prison was known for harsh conditions, extensive human rights abuse, torture and summary executions. A 2001 report by Amnesty International called it a source of despair, torture and degrading treatment. Tadmor was closed down in 2001, but reopened in 2011. It is no less brutal today. It was captured and destroyed by militants of the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, ISIL, in May 2015. Number 1. Carandiru Penitentiary. Carandiru Penitentiary in Brazil, South America is arguably the most violent and deadly prison in the world. In 1992, a violent prison massacre occurred when 102 inmates were shot dead. The prison is also known for terrible health problems. In the prison's health wing, nearly 1 in 5 inmates has been diagnosed with HIV. The prison was designed and built by Samuel Dawes Neves in 1920, when it was considered a model prison to meet the new demands of the 1890 Criminal Code. It was operational from 1956 to 2002 and, at its peak, was South America's largest penitentiary, housing over 8,000 inmates. The prison was demolished on December 8, 2002. One block was left intact to be used as a museum, now open to public and accessible via Carandiru Metro Station, Estação Carandiru. Today the Parque da Juventude complex is located on the site of the former penitentiary. Do you know about any other prison that haven't made it to the list? If yes, let us know in the comments section below. Want to watch more videos about unusual things? Click the videos at the end. And as always everybody, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.